Good morning, class. Today, now we will be studying about science in our daily life. So, what is science? Due to the presence of science, we have seen recent or from earlier times we have seen the kind of different kinds of developments in various fields. Since human beings from the earlier time, they were when they were not so called developed, what they used to do, there was not proper things available to them. So what they used to do, that for eating purpose there was not proper food. So in earlier times what people used to do, that they used to hunt animals. Okay, so hunting animals was like, just they used to roam here and there in the forest or areas nearby, and they used to, what they used to do was, they used to kill an animal and just used to hunt them and eat them. So they used to eat them in the form of, this kind, that kind of food was something in the form of raw food. So that there was no proper kind of food in that time. But after, due to different kinds of uh, innovations in science, what which further led to development of proper kind of food. So we can say that proper emphasis was done in the farming sector due to the presence of science. Different kinds of different technologies, different kinds of different machines, enhanced machines, different ways of improved farming was developed. So we can say that science has led a proper growth in the field of food sector. Okay, so food sector was properly developed. Now what we can say here is that we found improved set of qualities, improved food quality in the form of improved seeds, improved uh, growth of the plants. Okay, further it led to enhanced production, better kind of hybrid seeds, different kinds of technologies, like we can say biotechnology, food technology, etc. So this was the basic improvement that came after the uh, development of science in our daily life. Now coming upon the health sector. So what happened in health sector? Earlier times there were many diseases like smallpox, chicken pox. So once what was felt, that the need of proper vaccination, the need of proper medicines to eradicate different kinds of diseases. Earlier times diseases like smallpox, chicken pox, polio, although chicken pox still persists, but smallpox vaccine was developed, polio vaccine was developed, and it was made mandatory to give polio vaccines to all the kids under certain age, so that these all the kids remain uh, protected from polio diseases. So which further led to low diseased. So people used to get low ill, and they used to be healthy just because of the developments in the science field. So another factor was that science in daily life helped us in health sector also. Different kinds of medicines were developed even for different kinds of diseases, different kinds of diseases ranging from any kind of aches, headache, stomach ache, because at earlier time there was no solution. So due to the development in science towards health sector, this led to the proper eradication of different kinds of diseases. Okay, like famous earlier time scientists like Louis Pasteur, uh, Robert Koch, they helped in development of different kinds of vaccine for various diseases, smallpox and all. Alexander Fleming. Okay, uh, so there were different kinds of scientists who felt the need to bring a kind of revolution due to the presence of science. They have basically identified the presence of small microorganism, that is bacteria and yeah, in everything. So they thought that why could it not be possible to use these kind of microorganisms for the development of different kinds of vaccines and all. So they have realized the need, and therefore which further led to development of vaccinations for different kinds of contagious diseases and all. Now coming to third sector is infrastructure. So science helped in infrastructure in various ways. As we know, in earlier times, when early men were there, there was no proper houses. They used to live here and there, they used to roam, and they used to change their places, and they used to live in different forest or no, in an open area. So no proper infrastructure was there. They were not well aware of the facts and the what benefit science could bestow with them. So uh, when science was further studied, when science need was further emphasized, it further led to the development in infrastructure also. Infrastructure area, as we have seen that we nowadays see good infrastructure, we don't see people living in not so good infrastructure areas. We have been seeing different kinds of buildings, different kinds of apartments, different kinds of houses, different kinds of bungalows, just because of the use of science. Different kinds of developments, different kinds of thinkings, which this all happened just because of science. Because now further human beings evolved, and they thought that no, we could do something better than this. Instead of living in small huts and all, now we can use the stones, we can use bricks, we can use different kinds of materials for used in infrastructure construction. We can use different kinds of cements and all, bricks and other etc materials. So we can build a good mansion, we can build good houses, and we can live in a better way. So just because of the science, we can say that it led to further and good evolution, it led to further good infrastructure development. Okay, so unlike earlier time when no there was different kinds of weather conditions where people used to run here and there, and what has happened, they were not aware, they used to get afraid. Okay, they couldn't live in under open sky areas. So at that time, at that point of time, they were not aware of very much uh, science benefits and all. So further, due to invention of science, due to developments in science, infrastructure also developed. Now they could imagine themselves that they can live inside something that is no permanent, that is not made of only uh, things that can be removed, that can be broken due to the presence of different weather conditions like storms, rains, okay, fogs, frost, etc. Different kind of weather conditions cannot destroy the place of living. So this was just because of the development of science. So infrastructure basically led to proper houses, buildings, roads, etc. Just because of the innovations in science, uh, people felt the need that this can be done in the infrastructure area also. Now coming upon human welfare and peace. What about human welfare and peace? Human welfare peace basically leads to the um, to the thing that science should bring in on all the benefits to humankind, to the mankind. It should not cause any danger. So how we can say that human welfare has been done? Means there should not be negative effects of the science. It should not be dangerous to people. Human welfare means betterment of people, mankind. However, we know due to the advent of science, different kinds of missiles, different kinds of weapons have been created. In a positive sense, these are helpful in cases when we encounter a sudden war with someone. No, one country has war with another one. Or in that cases, in severe cases, we can, or in needful cases, we can use different kinds of weapon due to the advent of science, due to the development, due to the advancements in science. We have seen that different kinds of even nuclear weapons have been created, and that do work on various scientific principles like nuclear fusion, and that can be no that which they mean when they explode, and they can cause different kinds of wastages, radioactive wastage that is so harmful for human beings, humankind. So in this way, in one way we can say that science has bestowed us with different kinds of benefits. But on saying upon nuclear advancements in our field, we can say that when we talk about no harmful radiation, when we talk about the wastages, because that are something that can affect millions of lives and various generations and harm a lot. So we can say that that helps in one way, and if not treated properly, if not no used, if not mm, dealt with properly, if you don't deal, if the wastage are not properly disposed, no, that can be, or if any human being is exposed to them, then we can say that no, that can be very dangerous for the health purpose and all. So human welfare is although associated, but uh, science should not be misused in any case. Although it has been it has led to the development of different kinds of weapons, missiles, guns and all in case of need, but it should be just a kind of a peaceful serving purpose. It should not be disturbance causing element. Okay, so in human welfare and peace, we can say that science has helped us a lot. Okay, so human welfare, we can say different weapons development. On talking about food or health, infrastructure, human welfare and peace, these are the basic, we can say, the areas where science have no caused a revolution. Like in earlier times, no human beings used to they were not aware of proper having proper clothes on their body, so they used to roam here and there without no or wearing any kind of plant and all. But further they felt the need that no, we can use when they felt that no, they when they emphasized when they saw that no, we can benefit ourselves from some kind, from different kinds of plants also. No, we can use them, we can use different kinds of animals for our clothing, or we can, how we can make clothes from different kinds of plants and all. So they once, for example, silkworm, no, how its larva can be no, transformed into different phase, and then it can be reared and can be used to produce silk. So which further led to the development of different kinds of clothes. And nowadays, now you have wide variety of clothes, where you have to not think again and again what to wear, what not to wear. So kind of a revolution just because of science. Okay, so how plants can benefit us, how for medicinal purpose or for food purpose, for different purposes in our life. So how we can use animals, for example, for in dairy industry, how we have used um, how we have enhanced the milk production, how we have used the milk from different animals, how we have gotten dairy products like eggs, butter, milk, no, ghee. So this just because of the revolution in science and use of science in our daily life. So I hope this topic is clear with you, that science is very very important to us in our daily life. Thank you so much.